Welcome everyone to the first of this video series where we will be giving you some simple tips for living a healthy life according to the holistic science of Ayurveda. And today we will be presenting 3 preventative steps against respiratory illnesses as per Ayurveda. So I'd like to introduce you to Vaidya Anupama Dharashive. Vaidya is a Sanskrit term for Ayurvedic doctor, and she is currently based in Japan. So welcome, Anu.
Yes. Thank you, Madeline. Namaste to all. Hope you all are keeping yourself fit, physically as well as mentally. And stay home was the best solution to reduce the spread of this infection. In some part of the world, the emergency or lockdown of this pandemic is now relaxed. And now we have to bring some changes and new lifestyle to bring balance into our life. So let's have a quick look into these 3 daily routine tips which we can practice while going for the work or leaving for the work and after coming back from the work. So these 3 preventive steps for the respiratory illness. So first is gargling. Gargling with salt, turmeric and lukewarm water. So 1 glass of lukewarm water and 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric and rock salt. In this we will be using the rock salt and not the normal salt. If you have it, please prefer using the rock salt. And gargle.
You say quarter of a teaspoon of turmeric, right? A quarter of a teaspoon. Okay.
Yes, quarter teaspoon of turmeric and quarter teaspoon of the rock salt. We can gargle it twice a day. And so why we have to gargle with this mixture is, so there is a kapha predominance, kapha dosha, which accumulates in our throat, in our sinuses and in our nostrils. These are our channels, and this will help in clearing those channels. And the next is Navana Nasi.
Anu, before you go on to the second tip, you mentioned that we should do this twice a day. So at what time of the day? Should we be doing this before breakfast, after breakfast? Is there any specific time? I'm guessing morning and evening, but maybe you could say something about when is the best time.
Thank you, Madeline, for this question, and it is important. So we can do this just after brushing our teeth in the morning time, or just after waking. We can do this gargling. Or if you are leaving for your work and you feel we can also do that time for leaving, before leaving for the work and after coming from the work. Okay. Or in the night time also we can practice it. So there should not be a specific time, as it's not a medicine, as it's a remedy to prevent our throat infection or this blockage of the sinuses, sinus blocks.
Okay, thanks, Anu.
Yes. So first is gargling, and the second thing is nasya. That means gentle application of the oil into the nostrils. So in this, we can use sesame oil for the gentle application. So the lukewarm, or we can say body temperature sesame oil, we can take in a spoon and apply with the little finger into our nostrils. So what it will do is, it will help in again clearing our nostrils, our sinuses, and it will keep it healthy.
Anu, for the sesame oil, I'm guessing that the oil should not be toasted sesame oil. It should be pure sesame oil. Is that right?
Yes.
Virgin sesame oil.
Correct. Good quality cured sesame oil, we can use it, and try to prefer which is sold in the glass bottle as we are applying into the nostrils. Yes.
Okay, all right. And
So
I
good
think
quality.
here in the West, organic sesame oil is available. I'm not sure about in other parts of the world. In India, maybe there are also special places that you can source very pure sesame oil, because as you mentioned, you're actually inserting it inside the body, inside
Yes.
the nostril.
In India, we can still find the raw sesame oil that is called as kachi ghani ka tail, which is extracted freshly from this raw wooden mills, and it is very good in quality, little thick, but that is all essential oil which we can obtain. So that oil can be taken, or whatever sold, but the good quality which is sold in the glass bottles can be preferred.
Okay, thanks. So now we have our third and final tip.
Yes. So in this nasya, what we can do is a gentle 2 to 3 drops we can apply in each nostril. For smaller kids above 5 age is also okay. Those who experience the blockage of the sinuses or nasal blocks or recurrent this sinusitis, chronic cold. In these conditions also, it is good as a preventive as per Ayurveda, and it is a part of dinacharya. So this nasya, or putting or application of this oil, is a part of dinacharya in Ayurveda. So it can be done as a daily routine in
So
the morning time.
dinacharya means daily routine, right?
Yes, yes, daily routine, yes. So in the morning time, we can perform all these things as a part of our daily routine, yes. And the third tip is having warm decoctions, or we can say herbal tea. So here tea doesn't mean black tea or a black coffee. So tea, it will be the spiced mix, herbal mixed teas, or we can say decoctions in Ayurveda. It is also called as kashaya or kadha in Sanskrit. So I think most of us know these spices which are part of our cooking. So these spices can be cinnamon, cardamom, clove. So these are the spices which we use it regularly. But in some part of the countries, still there is a heat. We can say summer is there, and summer is approaching. So we can use some additional cooling spices. So those are not too cool, not too hot, like coriander seeds and fennel seeds. These will balance the heat.
Anu, can I just ask you, for the spices, should they be in their sort of fresh raw form, or is it okay to use powder form if it's not available to get the fresh spices?
Yes. So spices which are sold in whole spices, like whole
Oh,
cinnamon is there, or
okay.
whole cardamom is there. Usually for making these decoctions in Ayurveda, whole spices are preferred. That means whole cardamom, whole clove. So these are available, I think, in almost all the countries. So we can use this. But the thing is, until now, we had cold in different parts of this world, but now from here summer is approaching. So in summer we have to change the spices, we have to make a new combination. So how we can use is, we can additionally add this resin, coriander seeds, fennel seeds, and if you can find this holy basil or lemongrass, fresh or dry as per availability, we can use the holy basil or lemongrass.
So holy basil is also called tulsi, right?
Holy basil is tulsi, yes, correct.
Okay. And you also mentioned something called resin. Can you just explain what that is?
Yes. So resin is a dry form of this grapes, right?
Oh, raisin. Okay.
Raisin.
Sorry, Anu.
Sorry. The British English and
Indian English, but somehow
Indian English. Yes.
we can understand each other. Okay, raisin.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Raisin are this we can also use it for balancing the heat of this decoction. So sometime the people who have pitta constitution or who feels hot or who have natural heat tendency in their body, they can use these spices like cardamom, coriander seeds, fennel seeds, and raisin. These are not hot, so these we can use it in our decoction or herbal tea to balance the heat. What all these things will be doing, why we have to use in these three steps, is all these spices have detox property. So it will also balance our kapha dosha, and it will help in again clearing our channels, our throat, our these pharynx, our nostrils, our sinuses. So it will balance our kapha dosha.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anu. That was really helpful, and they're really simple tips that really absolutely anybody can do. We've made this video public, so please feel free to share this with anyone you think could benefit from these tips. And I'd like to thank you all for joining me and Anu. And if you have any questions or general questions related to food or lifestyle in Ayurveda, please leave a comment, and we will be reading them, and then in the future perhaps we can make a video to answer some of your questions. So I would like to thank you so much, Anu. Thank you so much for sharing all of your
Thank you, Madeline. So practice these three steps and protect yourself and your family members. Yes, thank you. Shubham Bhavatu.
Thank you.